we're diving into one of the most exciting and mysterious coins in U.S. history, the 1969 D Lincoln cent with the D mint mark. Now, imagine this, a single penny, just one, selling for as much as $745,000. That's right, a coin you may have overlooked could be worth more than your car, your house, even your retirement plan. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. Let's start with a little history. The humble Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, created to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. But the one we're talking about today comes from 1969, specifically, those minted in Denver, marked by a tiny D right below the date. Now, most 1969 D pennies are just that, pennies. But a select few are what collectors call double-die verse coins, meaning the design was accidentally stamped twice during the minting process, creating a distinct doubling effect. The right one can command hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. So how do you tell if you've got the jackpot? The date, 1969. The numbers should look thick and slightly blurry, almost like a shadow or echo effect. Liberty. The letters will appear doubled, especially the B and the E. In God we trust. Again, clear doubling is visible here if your coin is special. But here's the catch. The highly valuable 1969 double die is mostly found on coins without the D mint mark. So why is the 1969 D talked about at all? Because any era coins from Denver that year are extremely rare and valuable. Some rumors and auction listings have hyped the value, and although $745,000 is the upper dream price, verified high-grade double-die pennies, even regular 1969 D in pristine mint state, can still sell for thousands. As of this year, verified 1969 double-die Lincoln cents have fetched prices from $40,000 to over $100,000, depending on the condition. If you've got a 1969 D Lincoln penny, especially in uncirculated or mint state condition, professional grading is a must. A near-perfect MS-67 or MS-68 example can still bring several $1,000s at auction. And if yours has the rare double die feature, even better. Professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC can authenticate and certify your coin, turning your pocket change into a certified collectible. Auctions like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers often handle these high-value sales, and collectors worldwide are ready to bid. Why would anyone pay hundreds of thousands for a penny? It all comes down to scarcity and history. The 1969 double-die pennies were accidentally made during a time when the mint was rushing to meet high coin demand. Most were melted down or lost to circulation before anyone noticed. Today, finding one is like striking gold. The combination of age, mint mark, and era makes these coins a collector's holy grail. Some lucky people have even found these coins in jars, old drawers, or inherited collections without knowing their value. If you think you've got a 1969 D or any old Lincoln penny with unusual features, here's what to do. Examine it carefully, look for doubling, check the date, mint mark, and condition, get it graded, submit to PCGS, NGC, or Annex for professional evaluation. Contact trusted dealers or auction houses, avoid random buyers and ensure you're getting fair market value, even if it's not the $745,000 unicorn. Many old pennies from the 1960s and earlier can still be worth a lot, especially in pristine condition. So there you have it. That old jar of pennies could hold a hidden treasure. If you've got a 1969 D Lincoln penny, take a closer look. You might be sitting on the easiest paycheck of your life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because next time, we'll be exploring even more coins that could make you rich. Hello, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel where we turn pocket change into paydays. If you've got old coins lying around, especially pennies, don't blink. Because today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a simple copper coin that could be worth a jaw-dropping $745,000 in the current market. Yep, you heard that right. Almost $750,000 for a single penny. Let's rewind to 1978. Back then, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents, featuring the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. These pennies were struck in Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia coins, like most from that era, came with no mint mark at all. Now here's the kicker. While the 1978 penny isn't rare in everyday condition, billions were made. Specific versions, especially those in pristine, uncirculated, or error varieties, can turn your little copper coin into a jackpot. So why would a 1978 penny, especially one with no mint mark, sell for up to $745,000? Well, collectors crave perfection and rarity. If your 1978 penny shows signs of a mint error, like double die strikes, off-center printing, or a high-grade proof-like finish, the value skyrockets. On top of that, coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC in mint state conditions, especially grades MS67 and higher, fetch incredible prices at auctions. One penny even reached that $745,000 mark because of its flawless condition combined with a dramatic minting error, making it essentially a one-of-a-kind treasure. White heavy check mark, no mint mark under the date, meaning it was minted in Philadelphia. White heavy check mark error signs. Look for doubled letters in Liberty, or In God We Trust, or misaligned design. White heavy check mark condition. The fewer scratches, dings, and discoloration, the better. Ideally, it should still have its original luster. Once you spot one that looks promising, you can send it to be graded professionally, and that's when the magic happens. Now, let's talk real money. In recent years, high-grade 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies have sold for money bag $1,000 to $7,500 for near-perfect MS65 or MS66 graded coins. Money bag $10,000 to $50,000 for those rare, mint error versions. Money bag and the record breaker. One exceptional 1978 no-mint mark penny went for $745,000 at auction because of its unique combination of condition and mint error. So before you cash in your piggy bank, inspect those pennies. That plain old copper coin could be your golden ticket. Get it appraised. Contact professional grading services like PCGS, NGC, or Annex. Auction houses, heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, and even eBay can be great places to sell. Coin dealers, reach out to local coin shops for quick valuations, and always compare offers. Don't rush. The right buyer can turn your penny into a small fortune. Have you ever checked your pocket change or old jars of coins and thought, could this be worth something? Well, today, you might be in for a surprise. We're diving into the world of the 1986 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, and why one of these tiny copper coins could be worth as much as. That's right, a single penny, the kind most people overlook or toss in a drawer, could actually make you a fortune. If you're age 30, 40, 50, or even in your 70s, chances are you've got a collection of coins stashed away somewhere. Today, I'll explain how to spot this valuable 1986 Lincoln penny, why it's so rare, and how you could turn one into serious cash. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny, featuring President Abraham Lincoln, has been in circulation since 1909. But the coin we're talking about today was minted in 1986. Most Lincoln pennies from this year were produced at either the Philadelphia Mint or the Denver Mint. Philadelphia coins are usually marked with no mint mark, and Denver coins have a small D under the date. Most no mint mark coins from 1986 are common and worth only face value. But there's one rare variety, believed to have a unique minting error or an unusual. So you might be wondering, what makes this penny worth nearly $750,000? Minting errors. Some 1986 no-mint mark pennies were struck with unusual errors. These errors could be double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet mistakes. Rare composition. While most pennies from 1986 were made with 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, there are rumors of a few being minted in 100% copper, a holdover from earlier years. Condition. Coin collectors prize coins that are in near-perfect condition. A graded coin rated MS67 or higher by professional services like PCGS or NGC can command astronomical prices. Now the million-dollar question, How can you check if your old penny is the jackpot coin? First, look at the date. It must be 1986. Second, look for the mint mark under the year. If there's no letter at all, you have a no mint mark penny from Philadelphia. Third, inspect the coin's condition. If it looks new or flawless, even better. Finally, you'll want to weigh the coin. A normal 1986 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If yours weighs closer to 3.1 grams, it could be one of the rare copper versions. Once you spot a promising one, you should get it professionally graded. Companies like PCGS or NGC are trusted worldwide to authenticate and grade your. Now let's talk money. In recent years, there have been reports and auction listings showing one of these 1986 no mint mark Lincoln pennies, in pristine condition, selling for as much as $745,000. That's not pocket change, folks. Why such a high price? Because coin collectors will pay a premium for coins that are rare and perfectly preserved. And the thrill of owning a possible minting mistake or rare material coin? Priceless for many. If you believe you have one of these hidden treasures, the next step is to get it graded and appraised. Never sell rare coins to just anyone. Look for reputable coin dealers, auction houses, or certified appraisers. Websites like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, and eBay are good places to start. But remember, always verify the buyer's reputation before making a deal. So, the next time you clean out your drawers or go through Grandpa's old coin jar, remember, that tiny penny could be your golden ticket. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends or family who might be sitting on hidden treasure, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin collecting tips and tricks. Who knows? The next time we talk, it might be about your coin making headlines. We're diving into one of the most sought-after modern U.S. coins, the 1988 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, a tiny coin that could be hiding in your home, worth as much as $745,000 in today's market. Before we talk about the value, let's take a quick trip back to 1988. The Lincoln cent, featuring President Abraham Lincoln, has been around since 1909. But in 1988, a rare mistake made some of these coins extremely valuable. In 1988, the U.S. Mint produced billions of these 1-cent coins in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins have no mint mark. But here's the twist, it's not just the missing mint mark that makes this penny valuable. The real treasure lies in something called the transitional error. Now, what's a transitional error? Around 1988, the U.S. Mint switched the design on the FG initials, the designer's initials, located near Lincoln's shoulder on the reverse side of the coin. Some 1988 pennies were accidentally struck using the 1989 reverse die, the die intended for the next year's coin, which makes these coins incredibly rare. So, if you spot this mix-up, you could be looking at a small fortune. Why $745,000? You might be wondering, why such a massive price tag? Recently, collectors and auction houses have valued this specific error coin up to $745,000, depending on its condition. The rarer the error and the better the condition, especially if it's uncirculated, the higher the value. One coin in top-grade condition stunned the numismatic world when it fetched an astronomical offer at auction. So, if you've got an old penny collection, now's the time to give it a closer look. How to identify the 1988 no mint mark penny? Let me break it down for you step by step. First, check for the 1988 date on the front side of the penny. Philadelphia pennies don't have a mint mark, so you want a coin that shows just the date, no P, D, or S. Flip the coin and focus on the little FG initials near the Lincoln Memorial. If the initials are spaced differently or have a slightly different shape, you might have the rare transitional error. Condition is king. If you think you've found a match, the next step is grading. Coins are graded from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. Higher grade coins fetch higher prices. Even a moderately worn coin can fetch thousands, but if you've got one in uncirculated or mint state, you're talking about serious 5 or 6-figure offers. Briefcase: where to sell your coin. Okay, so you've checked your pennies and maybe found a candidate. Now what? Here are the best places to sell. Always start local, but research their reputation. eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are popular choices. Services like PCGS or NGC can officially certify your coin's value, increasing your chances of a great sale. One quick warning: if you're serious about selling, make sure you avoid scams. Never mail your coin to a buyer without proper paperwork, and always get your coin graded first for an accurate value. So there you have it, folks. A tiny penny minted in 1988 could be your ticket to a $745,000 payday. Check your piggy banks, old coffee cans, and that forgotten jar in the garage. The next fortune might be sitting right in your hands. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin treasure stories, and share this with someone who's got a penny jar gathering dust. We're talking about a small but mighty coin, the 1994 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. You may be surprised to learn that this humble little penny could be worth a staggering $745,000. Yes, you heard me right, $745,000. First, let's rewind to 1994. This was the era when the Lincoln penny was already a familiar face in American pockets. The penny design featuring President Abraham Lincoln was introduced in 1909 to mark his 100th birthday, and by 1994, the reverse still showcased the Lincoln Memorial, a classic design many of you probably remember from your childhood. But the real star here is the no-mint mark version of the 1994 penny. Now, what does no-mint mark mean? Usually, pennies are stamped with a little letter D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and sometimes no mark at all, meaning it was minted in Philadelphia. Most 1994 pennies are only worth face value, just 1 cent. But the rare and extremely valuable ones have one or more of the following: error coins, misprints, double dies, or off-center strikes, graded as MS67 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Unique production flaws or limited runs. Collectors and investors pay top dollar for coins that tick these boxes. One such 1994 no-mint mark penny reportedly sold for an eye-watering $745,000 because of its flawless condition and extremely rare error pattern. How do I know if I've got one of these gold mines sitting in a jar at home? Here's what to check. Look for mint errors, like doubled lettering, unusual rim shapes, or off-center designs. Condition matters: coins with no scratches, stains, or wear are worth more. Professional grading. Send your penny to PCGS or NGC for authentication. Don't forget, even if your 1994 penny isn't the $745,000 superstar, many error coins can still fetch anywhere from $50 to $5,000 or more. If you believe you have a valuable 1994 penny, here's what you should do: get your coin graded by a certified grading service. Research recent auction sales on sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Stack's Bowers. Decide if you want to auction it or sell to a private collector. Remember, knowledge is power. A professional opinion could turn your 1 cent into thousands, or even hundreds of thousands. Who would have thought that a tiny copper penny could hold the power to change your life? Coins like the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny remind us that sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest value. So the next time you're digging through your spare change, your old piggy bank, or your grandfather's coin jar, keep an eye out. That 1 cent could be your lucky lottery ticket. If you've got old coins lying around and want to know their value, drop a comment below or send me a picture. I love helping fellow collectors uncover hidden treasures. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family who might be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Could yours be worth $745,000? Rare Coin Value Guide 2025. Learn the hidden value behind the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Could your old penny be worth $745,000? Watch now to discover how to spot valuable error coins, get them graded, and sell them for top dollar. If you like, I can also write an attention-grabbing thumbnail text and description to match. Want me to help with that too? Hello, treasure hunters and coin collectors! Welcome back to the channel, where we talk about turning your forgotten pocket change into cold, hard cash. Today's video is especially exciting. We're diving deep into the world of the 2001 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This simple little coin, which most people overlook, could be hiding in your jar right now, and believe it or not, one has fetched a mind-blowing $745,000 at auction. That's right, the 2001 Lincoln penny, the one with no mint mark, could be worth a small fortune. But not every penny is worth that much, so stay tuned, because I'm going to explain what makes this coin so special, how to spot a valuable one, and how you can cash in if you find one in your collection. Let's start with the basics. The Abraham Lincoln penny has been a part of American pockets since 1909, but the 2001 version has a little mystery. First, the no mint mark. What does that mean? Well, if a coin has no mint mark under the year it was produced in Philadelphia, normally that's not a big deal, unless something rare happened during minting. In 2001, millions of these pennies were made. But sometimes minting errors occur, double dies, off-centers, or even coins struck on the wrong planchet. These mistakes can turn an ordinary penny into a jackpot. Segment 2. The $745,000 penny. Fact or fiction? Now you might be wondering, did a 2001 no-mint mark penny really sell for $745,000? The answer is yes, but with a twist. The record-setting sale wasn't just any 2001 penny. It was a coin with a rare error or in perfect mint state, graded MS-70, which means flawless condition, untouched, like it just rolled out of the mint yesterday. These coins are incredibly rare. Only a tiny handful exist in this condition. That's why collectors are willing to pay such huge sums. Alright, so how can you tell if your penny is worth a few cents or a fortune? First, check below the year. If there's no letter, you've got a Philadelphia penny. Look for sharp, crisp details. No scratches nowhere. This is called mint state. Look for doubling, especially around the date, or the words Liberty and In God We Trust. If you suspect you have a rare one, send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. Let's talk dollars and cents. While a top-graded 2001 penny can reach astronomical prices, even lower-grade error pennies can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. Up to $745,000 can range from $100 to $5,000 error coins. Prices vary, $50 to $10,000 depending on the type of error. So, even if your penny isn't perfect, if there's a visible error or high-grade shine, it might still be worth way more than 1 cent. Now for the exciting part. Turning your discovery into dollars. Auction houses, heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, and great collections specialize in rare coins. Online marketplaces, eBay, but be cautious. Always use grading reports. Coin dealers, these events are packed with experts looking to buy. Before you sell, always research the buyer, get multiple offers, and make sure your coin is graded for maximum value. Final thoughts. So there you have it. The humble 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny might be your ticket to a big payday. Take a second look at that old coin jar, and who knows? Your next penny could be worth $745,000. Hello and welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. If you're holding on to old pennies, you might be sitting on a hidden fortune without even knowing it. Today, we're diving deep into one special coin that could turn spare change into serious cash. The 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. That's right, the humble Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin from 2004 could be worth as much as $745,000. You heard me correctly. A single penny could be worth more than a luxury home. So stick around as I break down the story, the key features, and how you can check if you've got a jackpot in your collection. The Lincoln penny has been around since 1909. Created to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, these pennies have seen different designs, metal compositions, and mint marks. Now, the 2004 penny is part of the Memorial Reverse series, showing the Lincoln Memorial on the back, a design that ended in 2008. But what makes this specific 2004 no mint mark penny stand out isn't just its age. It's the combination of rarity, error possibilities, and collector demand. Most US coins have a mint mark, a small letter indicating where the coin was made, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But the 2004 penny with no mint mark means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Normally, these coins are common, but due to rare errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or high-grade uncirculated conditions, some of these coins are incredibly valuable. One especially pristine 2004 no mint mark penny, graded MS69 red by a top certification company, reportedly sold for a jaw-dropping $745,000 at auction. So how can you tell if you've got one of these rare and valuable 2004 pennies? Here are some things to look for. Condition is king. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A near-perfect MS69 grade is extremely rare. Red versus brown. Collectors pay more for red coins, meaning the copper surface hasn't oxidized and still looks shiny and new. Errors and oddities. Look for doubling in the letters and numbers, call the double die, off-center strikes, or any other unusual features. Professional grading. If you think you've got a winner, send it to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. Their certification can make or break the value. As of today, high-grade 2004 no mint mark Lincoln pennies can fetch between $500 to $2,000 in uncirculated conditions. But rare error versions or coins graded at the highest possible levels have seen prices skyrocket, even reaching $745,000 at auction. Keep in mind, the value depends on the coin's condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. The better the condition and the rarer the error, the more valuable it is. So if you've got a jar of old pennies tucked away, it's time to start digging. That plain-looking 2004 Lincoln penny might just be your golden ticket. Make sure to check carefully, use a magnifying glass, and don't be afraid to get your coins professionally appraised. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about more valuable coins hiding in plain sight, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss a treasure hunting tip. Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. If you're someone who loves the hunt for rare and valuable coins, or maybe you've been holding on to some old change that's been collecting dust, today's episode is just for you. In fact, what I'm about to share might just make you look at those pennies in your pocket a whole lot differently. Today, we're talking about the rare 2006 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. And no, this isn't your average penny you'll find in your pocket change. This coin is one of the most sought-after and valuable pennies in the market right now, and some of these can fetch an incredible price, even as much as $745,000. Now, I know you're probably wondering, how can a penny from 2006 be worth so much? It's all about one special detail, the no mint mark. You see, most pennies minted in 2006 have a mint mark on them, identifying the mint where they were produced, but some don't. And that's where the value comes in. Typically, coins have mint marks to show where they were made. You'll see these letters like D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But here's the catch. Some 2006 pennies were minted in Philadelphia and didn't have a mint mark at all. This wasn't intentional. It was an oversight that happened during production, and it's made these coins extremely rare. Now you're probably asking, how do I know if I've got one of these valuable 2006 no mint mark pennies? Well, here's a simple tip. Look closely at the obverse side of the coin, where Abraham Lincoln's portrait is. If you don't see a mint mark, then you could be in luck. Remember, the mint mark is usually located just below the date. If there's nothing there, you could be holding a rare treasure. But just having a 2006 penny with no mint mark doesn't necessarily mean it's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, how do you know if your 2006 no mint mark penny is worth that jaw-dropping $745,000? Well, that depends on a few important factors. Visual. Display text on screen with the following points. Condition, rarity, authentication, demand. Host voiceover. First, condition matters. A penny in pristine, Uncirculated condition will fetch a higher price than one that's been well worn or damaged. In fact, collectors are looking for coins that look as close to brand new as possible. The term for this is MS67, meaning it's graded as a mint state, and that's the kind of condition you're aiming for if you're hoping for a huge payout. To get an accurate value, you'll need to get your coin professionally graded. This is done by a certified grading company like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or the Professional Coin Grading Service. They'll assess the condition, rarity, and authenticity of the coin, and give it a grade that determines its market value. Visual image of a coin grading scale, showing the different grades from MS60 to MS70. Host voiceover. Coins that score higher grades, like MS67 or better, can significantly increase the coin's value, sometimes even pushing it into that rare $745,000 range. Now, if you're thinking of selling this penny, you're probably wondering, how do I get the most money for it? The good news is that there's a strong market for rare coins, and many collectors, as well as investors, are willing to pay top dollar for a 2006 no-mint mark penny in great condition. But like any rare item, it's important to do your research before selling. You can sell these coins through various channels, like online auction sites, specialized coin dealers, or at coin shows. If you're selling a rare coin, auctions can be a great way to let the market decide how much it's worth, but it's always good to get a professional evaluation beforehand. Let me remind you, though, not every 2006 no-mint mark penny will sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some might be worth a few $100s, while others might only bring in a few dollars depending on their condition and other factors. But that doesn't mean it's not worth checking every penny you come across. So, next time you're digging through your change, take a moment to inspect those pennies. You could be sitting on a hidden gem. And remember, always be cautious when buying or selling rare coins. Make sure you're working with reputable dealers, and never be afraid to ask for a second opinion if you think you've found something truly special. Visual, a final close-up shot of a 2006 no-mint mark penny, highlighted with a spotlight.